So here is a story from God's Word. After that, Saul's son Jonathan was knit together with that of David, and they were one of heart and soul together. Jonathan loved him as he loved himself, and he gave him his armor, and he even gave him his very own robe and they made a covenant together that they would care for one another. See, Jonathan, I'm going to flash back to another story about Jonathan. See, Jonathan was a man of valiance and faith as well. See, Jonathan, before David shows up on the scene, Jonathan was with his father and with all of the fighting men sitting around under a pomegranate tree watching his dad eat pomegranates while the Philistines were winning the day all over Israel. In fact, all of the people of Israel were living in caves and in holes. Everyone was afraid, and Saul didn't know what to do. So Jonathan took his armor bearer and left the camp. And his armor bearer looked at Jonathan and said, "Do whatever you have in your heart to do. I'm with you, heart and soul." So what are we going to do? And so Jonathan said, "Well, we're going to go up to this cliff where the Philistines are up on top of the cliff, and we're going to go up and present ourselves, and we're going to, so that they can see us. And if they tell us to come up, it's a sign from the Lord that we are going to get victory. But if not, then we'll leave." So they went and they presented themselves, and the Philistines saw them and they said, "Oh, look! The Israelites are crawling out of their holes. Come on up here and we'll show you a thing." And so they went up and they defeated this entire garrison, just the two of them. Well, word got back to the camp that God was having victory. The Philistines were being routed, and so they got up. They wanted to be a part of this battle too, and they joined in the battle, and the Philistines were defeated on that day through Jonathan and his armor bearer and the Israelites' army. And that's the story from God's Word.